If you've been frustrated by your inability to take your range game to the golf course, this Tuesday tip is for you. Ben, what is the number one thing you can help folks around Metro Detroit learn if they get stuck from the range to the golf course? What would you say?
Yeah, typically what will happen to most of you when you're going from the range to the golf course is when you're on the driving range, you're not attached to the result. So you're just out there mindlessly hitting balls. You don't care where it's going to go. And then you pick targets and then you hit them at the target over and over and it feels super good and you think you're the man. Then you get out to the golf course and all of a sudden everything changes. Now you start to focus on the score. Now you start to focus on not embarrassing yourself. You focus on all the things you can't control. So one of the things that we're going to work on today is attention control. And you keep your attention on one thing throughout your motion while being detached from the result. And the key piece there is to detach from the result. It's the biggest difference we notice from going to the range to the golf course. You don't care where it goes on the range, but man, oh man, you step up in that first tee and woo, we start getting stressed.
Yeah, so when the stress builds, the tension levels build and the overthinking process start, and all of a sudden it seems like, well, man, I was doing it 2 minutes ago on the range, but now I'm not doing it on the course, and then here we are. So, tension control, how would you help people just get a simple way to start getting more fluid and get more liquid?
Well, I mean, an easy way to do it is we could commit to a simple little mantra. We call it super fluid. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to repeat that mantra in my head, and the goal throughout the motion is to feel super fluid. It's not to hit a perfect golf shot. It's not to make a birdie. It's not to break 80. My goal is to hear the super fluid mantra and be liquid.
Very good. So just the goal of getting liquid, the goal of committing your attention to one thing will help this transfer from the range to the course.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the easiest part about doing this at X-Golf is you have the bar just a couple steps away in order to help you with this. So if the super fluid mantra doesn't work,
it'll help. Yeah.
20 steps that way, you can get liquid.
All right, so you said a mantra, so you're doing this in swing. Is that true?
Super fluid.
So super on the back, fluid on the way through, and that's the only goal, yeah?
Yep.
All right, show us what you got.
Super fluid.
Okay, so as you go through this, we would say just get an internal sense of, can you get more liquid, more fluid, looser as you go, rather than try to get more swing thoughts and more tension and more wound up and frustrated and all that jazz, yeah?
You got it.
All right, very good. So we encourage you to do this and then make it a goal. See if you can do this for 9 holes the next time you play and watch what happens. See if you can get into the rhythm of the round a lot sooner and mitigate that gap from the range to the course, which we hear all the time for the reasons that you had talked about, yeah?
And you'd be surprised actually how difficult it is. I know it sounds easy on camera and it's easy to do in front of a launch monitor, but I think you'd be surprised how challenging it can be when you're out on the golf course. But if you stay in this lane, it will continue to get easier and you will see your range game transfer to the golf course.
Very good. So this Tuesday tip, get focused on one thing, get super fluid, see what you can do to take that game plan out to the course when you play. So we hope this helps you. We thank you for joining us and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.